Welcome back to Digiburst, guys. We are here at the first week of BT12 with the winner deck of Locals. It is, of course, Beelzemon. Beelzemon did absolutely nuts, taking huge advantage of the new cards from BT12 and the new cards from the starter deck to just go wild and claim victory. So we'll start off with the 4 Digimon. This is the one from the starter deck. When attacking, you get to mill 2 if you're a wizard or a demon lord, which is basically your entire deck for that line. So really good to prompt milling effects and prompt lots of cards in your trash in order to get a good load out and set up. On to the rookies. 4 of the Digimon. This is the new one from the starter deck. This one lets you turbo up into your Beelzemon if you have 20 or more cards in trash, which is really easy for you to do in turns 3 or 4. And it's also got a really good inherent effect to delete anything that is level 3 or less for getting rid of those pesky floodgates. 4 of Digimon from EX2. This is your Searcher, as well as giving you an extra mill effect for when trashed for 3 more cards, which is really good to extend your trash for more cards for Digimons and other effects, as well as prompting more mill effects. And also that plus 3k, if it's a Beelzemon, is really good to punch over really strong guys, especially with things like War Greymon. They can get really big as blockers, you can potentially punch over them as well. The new Digimon X Antibody from BT12. This goes over a Digimon for 0 cost, on play for 4. It's got the when evolving and on play effect for trashing option to return a Digimon either wizard or demon lord back to your hand from the trash, which is basically your entire line, so you can sculpt your line up. It's also got the inherent effect for trashing 2, which is also really good to prompt milling effects. And we've also got the on deletion mill 3 for the Digimon. This one's alright, you can potentially drop this one down to less. Simply because you're not going to prompt this effect too often. You're much more likely to build up into your level 5 rather than swigging with your level 3s. But in mid game, or in the early game, if you play an Digimon from a mill effect, this one's pretty good to mill just to set up your trash even more. So 14 rookies, really big bottom line just to set up for more consistency.
One more.
One more? Oh! I did miss an Digimon. So this is an extra Digimon. This has the on-play effect to trash a card to grab back a 7 Demon Lords or 3 Musketeers. Because this doesn't grab back your Beelzemon or your Beelstar. So that's kind of nice. A lot of Beelzemon milling effects will play in Digimon, which will activate the on-play effect for the Digimon. So this is alright at 1, especially when you get in the trash early to grab back cards that you need in order to make lines. Level 4s, we got 4 Wizard and 1 Witch. This Wizard is pretty broken, 2 cost regular Evo, but the really broken effect is the milling effect. If it's milled, gain a memory, which is really nice to extend your plays by top decking it with cards like this inherent effect, I think.
The Tamer.
Or the Tamer, yeah, but this the inherent effect also does it too, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's not as good. It comes up less often.
Yeah, because you're going to have one less copy.
Yeah,
because it's over, Evo
exactly.
But the fact that its own effect benefits itself, the same copy, just increases your consistency to get Wizardmons off. Plus, with other effects to gain memories when milled, is just really solid to extend plays and build a really strong line when you only have very little memory. This Wizardmon combos really well with this one together, actually. Because you can Evo over here for free, put 0 cost over a wizard, or gain the blocker, you'll get the trash too, but first you want to activate, no, that's one attacking. Oh.
Yeah, which one's one attacking?
Yeah,
so it'd be
the Tamer.
Yeah, so you evolve into Wizard,
Yeah.
evolve into Wizard X, play user Tamer effect, put a card on top, mill 2 off the Wizard X. That way you get blocker and you mill whatever you fucking put on top.
Yes. Yeah, so actually our combo is much more better with the Tamer because the Tamer will activate, you'll activate the Tamer before you activate the Digivolve. You have to stack your deck, you'll get your memory back with the Tamer, and then you can mill the cards that you stack in order to prompt those mill effects. And then with that extra memory from that gaining, you can extend further into your level 5s, which is essentially where you want to be in order to start pushing. Which one at 1? When Digivolving Trash 3. So Witchmon is a nice extender for having that 9th champion. There aren't too many champions with milling synergy effects, so Witchmon is there to take that 9th spot. Milling 3 is alright for lining up the trash with a lot of guys. And the Heron effect for plus 2k is also really nice too, to beat over really big guys. For level 5s, we got 3 of the Bow from the starter deck and 3 of the Bow from BT10. They both have very similar effects for playing a Beelzemon if you have 10 or more in the trash, which is really easy to do in the turn 2 or 3. And they also have, this one has trashing 3 for when evolving, and this one has trashing 3 for when attacking. So there's a slight difference between them. You can essentially use this one to push, because it will gain the when deletion effect to itself. So if you evo it up, the level 6 and level 7 will have the when deletion effect too. So you can keep pushing, and then if the level 6 is deleted, you can play that level 6 back, which is kind of nuts. While this one is a little bit more setup because the trashing is a when attacking effect. So if you go turn 2 and you pass turn, you might not be able to get that when attacking effect. So this one might require a little bit more setup. This one is much more passive play, while this one is more active. So you have to be a little bit more aware of how the current board sits for which one you want to activate, but otherwise they're quite similar. Level 6s. 2 of the Beelzemon from the starter deck, 4 of the Beelzemon from EX2, and 2 of the Beelzemon X Anybody. This one from the starter deck, this is the one that trashes 4, and then when a card is trashed, you gain back 1 memory for up to 10. So this is really nice to go into mid game when you have 20 or more cards to gain back the extra memory and keep tone with the Beelzemon and have that +1 security attack. If you have trashed a card from the deck, which is really easy to throw its own effect. So you can push really hard with this. And also if you prompt it off the Beelzemon from it being destroyed for your opponent's turn, you bring it back, and you have 20 cards in trash, you can easily prompt a mill effects to gain back memory, and a mill effect to give it security attack +1 and then push with it. It's just really strong. The Beelzemon from EX2. Really good, really strong mill effect to play a Itmon effect when it's milled, on Digimon when it's milled. And you'll of course prompt the on play effect for the Itmon, but also Itmons have like on deletion effects which are really strong too in order to mill more cards. You're also trashing cards when it attacks or when Digivolving.
Attack or Digivolve trash too.
Yeah. And then it can delete a really strong guy for up to 10 cards, yeah. So it can delete a level 3 when Digivolving or when attacking, but for every 10 more cards in trash, you can delete an extra card. So
it goes up by 1 level.
Go up by 1 level, yeah. So if you have 30 cards, you can delete a level 6, or even 40 cards, delete a level 5, a level 7. Really, really strong. Really easy to get off that effect, especially in the mid game, because it's actually super easy to mill cards in this deck and set up your trash to more than 20 very, very fast. And then the new Beelzemon X Anybody. When Digivolving, this card has Beelzemon or X Anybody in the Digivolution. Trash the top card of the deck, of the security, of your opponent's security for every 10 cards in trash. So really easy to set up for 20 to trash 2 cards. And then on deletion, you can play a Itmon without playing its memory, without playing its cost. So
the combo one.
All right, let's run this combo. So the +1 security attack actually stays to this Digimon. So if you swing, you can take two checks. You can go into the Beelzemon X and then it unsuspends.
No, the Blastman unsuspends.
Blastman. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I see.
Yeah.
So you swing with the Beelzemon for 2 checks. You then go into the X Anybody. You mill out 2 cards if you have 20 or more. If you have 30, you can mill out 3, which would be really lit. And then you'll go into your Blast Mode. So Blast Mode will unsuspend when Digivolving. And then if you have 20 more cards, you gain 3 memory. So at 4 costs, this is really easy to maintain turn while going over. And then unsuspends. And if you just trash 33 cards from having 30 cards in trash, you can just swing for game. Or because it turns online when it has 20. If you had trashed 20 cards, you can swing for 1 check. And then if you just had a floating Itmon just around, the Itmon will swing for game. It's just a really simple combo. It's really nice to do in the mid game. Very easy to set up and do it essentially, especially because you have a lot of cards that trash cards, and you can add a lot of trash cards back to hand to set up this combo really well. So I really like that combo. It's really neat. On to the Tamers, just 3 and Marco. We're playing the new starter deck one for not the EX2 one. This is a lot more relevant to stack your deck with cards in your hand in order to mill the cards that you want to get and then get the effects off that you milled. As well as getting that 1 memory back is really good, and a starter card to search your deck for cards that you need, especially getting that rookie or a champion to evo up is really nice. So 3 and Marco is really good. And then I think is the most dangerous part of the deck is the options. For Death Slinger, this will gain your memory back if it's milled, but it also is a kill spell for any guy on the board for a level 4, but it gains a level for what it can kill for 10 cards in trash. So you have a 20 cards in trash, this can kill level 6. For 30 cards in trash, it can kill a level 7. But level 6 is much more relevant because it's really easy to get the 20 in the mid game. So any level 6 your opponent has on board is very vulnerable to only a 4-cost removal. Really strong. But of course, you want to be stacking this card with the Iron Marcos or with the Wizardmon's inherent effects in order to gain that memory back, which is the most important part to extend your plays. It also has the inherent effect to activate the main effect in the security. Sorry, the security effect it's in the inherent effect spot. Yeah, yeah, the security effect to pop a guy, and it also counts 10 cards in trash, so you can still pop level 6s if you have 20 cards in trash from your security, which is really strong to be a security bomb. Also being a security bomb is Rival's Barrage. This is when milled, will go into your battle area. You can trash it from your battle area to add back a purple Digimon. Is it purple or is it a demon? Any purple Digimon or Tamer. It also is a kill spell, so you can activate it to delete an opponent's Digimon with the highest level. And that main effect is also in the security effect, so having 8 kill spells is really strong, but then we add the 9th kill spell, which is the 7th full cluster. It has the main effect for deleting opponent's Digimon with lowest play cost, and this main effect is also activated from the security to delete a Digimon. So if opponent only has 1 Digimon on board, that Digimon is being popped by the 7th full clusters. But another really cool effect is the trash effect. So if it's in the trash, when one of your Digimon digivolves into the Beelzemon X Anybody, by returning this card to the bottom of your deck, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level. So by doing it this way, there's a lot of deleting effects from the Beelzemons, and you can activate this really easily, putting it back in the bottom deck to get an additional kill off from the Southern Circle, potentially wiping your opponent's board from 4 Digimon. It's a really cool combo that is a little bit more complex than I know, but I think you can work it out once you have enough experience with this deck. It is extremely deadly, and while it's a little bit more complex to play, really fun. Really extremely fun. So I definitely think
good, yes.
Yeah, it's really good. Very reasonable price right now from the starter decks, and only community cards from the Runes Free City EX2 and BT12. So you can easily build this deck as a new player. You just need a little bit more time.
EX2 Beelzemons are $25 each.
Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe not. But
yeah, I got 3 spares.
But it's definitely a very rewarding deck once you understand how it all works. And I think this deck profile is a really good representation of what the deck can do, especially with the games that I've already uploaded on the channel. If you want to check those out, it really demonstrates how it runs very well. Subscribe, and I'll see you next time.